All right, welcome back to the channel. We are going to do some differential and transmission oil changes on the 2007 Xterra. So this car being as old as it is, there's a lot of rusty parts on this. So in order for me to be able to get all these screws and stuff out, let me show you guys what I did. This thing works like magic. This blaster sprayer, everybody needs to have one in their garage. It works like magic. So I'm going to do the front differential first. So this is the drain plug. Let me actually zoom out so you guys can see a little bit. Front differential, this is the drain plug right there. The fill plug is on this side over here. So I did already loosen these up, and the searching for what type of oil I need, the front differential is the only one that requires a synthetic blend, which we're gonna use the Locus ADW90 gear oil, but this is the synthetic one. So, and the rest, the transmission oil, non-synthetic. Excuse me, non-synthetic. The front differential requires non-synthetic. The transmission oil and the rear differential require synthetic, which transmission and rear oil require the 75W90. So I got the mobile one, full synthetic gear lubricants. So now we're gonna drain the front, we're gonna fill, then we're gonna drain the rear, then we're gonna fill, and I'm gonna give you the exact measurements of how much oil it is required per unit. So front differential, rear differential, and the transmission. So stay tuned. I will get started. Okay. Sabi, come on the side. Wait. Okay. Then move back a little bit. Okay. So unscrew this. And take it out. Keep open. Keep going, keep going. It's okay if it falls. There you go. Take it out.
Ew, what is that? Looks like snot.
That's oil. That's heavy oil. Actually, it's not that bad.
So
Gross.
If the oil's black, it's...
Yeah. So this is not that bad, actually.
Are you still gonna change it?
Yeah. Well, it's draining.
If there's no oil, then the car's not gonna work.
All right, guys. So the front differential takes 0.875 quarts of oil. So I emptied out just about enough that, bring it to 0.85 out of 1 quart. And, you want these squeeze bottles. You want these squeeze bottles. So what you're going to do is you're going to put it in here. You're going to put it in here, and you're going to tilt it in, and you're going to squeeze as slowly as possible, because this oil is pretty thick and you don't want any oil to be dripping out.
Satisfying TikTok ASMR.
Alright guys, so I had to get a hose because the oil wasn't extracting as fast. So here I'm squeezing the oil into the chamber. It's like IV. So this method works too. Just make sure you're not making a mess. The oil's pretty thick, so I think this method kind of seems to be working a lot better. So this is where you want to be careful so you don't make a mess.
It's dripping.
It's okay.
Ow.
Sorry.
Ow, Baba.
So you can give me
That's not nice.
This screw fell on us.
That wasn't nice, Baba.
It was an accident, Baba.
That wasn't a nice accident.
I don't need that to be. I don't need that. I don't need that. It's done. All right, we're gonna move to the rear differential. So now we're gonna do the rear differential. It's pretty much the same concept. Let's see how dark this oil is. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is disgusting.
Ew.
Oh, this is not good. It's like gray. It's like
It's like diarrhea. My bad.
It's like it's never been.
Just looking at it makes me want to vomit. Looks
Yeah,
like
with this
wet
one,
dirt.
guys, you also want to, kind of open up the fill hole as well. So it could just.
There's that
drain
laminar
off.
flow.
Yeah, you see this, guys? This is a terrible color for oil. It's like it's never been replaced. And it could have some water in there too.
Yucky. That oil is so.
So rear differential takes 2.125 quarts of oil. So we're gonna do 75, 90, 75 to 2.1 quarts of oil. So we're gonna let this one drain out as much as it can. This is a bad color for differential oil. It should not be
looks
this
like
color.
Look at that. That is not okay.
Okay, so you can pause it. Alright guys, so this actually took 2 quarts instead of 2.1 because almost at the end of the 2 quart it started to kind of drip oil from the fill line. So that means, that's where they have it anyways. So if you overfill it, it's gonna kind of drip out. So 2 quarts of the synthetic oil went to the rear. Now we're gonna do the transmission. Alright guys, so this is the drain plug for the transmission. This is a manual transmission and the fill plug is right above it, right there. Let me see if I can get the light up there so you guys can see right there. That's where the fill plug is. So I have both of them loosened up, so I'm not gonna have you guys, go through the trouble of me, you guys watching me trying to loosen these up. So let's see what color this transmission oil is. We saw the transmission oil, the differential oil, so they use the same type of oil. I'm just curious to see what color this oil is. Kind of scared. Alright, here we go. Yep, it's pretty dark. Looks like it hasn't been changed in a very, very long time, but it's not smudgy or muggy, or it doesn't look like it's muddy at all. So it's dark, but it's not that bad. So I'm gonna let this drain out. I'm gonna fill it. Same way, I'm actually gonna use that little hose that I used for the front differential to fill it up because it is a tough spot to get to on top. So I'm gonna squeeze in there, and it needs 4.5 quarts of oil. 4.5 quarts. So let's do that and come back. All right, guys, it's tool review time. I am going to change the transmission oil on this 2007 Xterra, as I showed you guys. but the problem is I can't kind of squeeze the jugs through the fill plug right there. So what I have is this oil extractor, oil dispenser jug that I bought a while ago, and I was gonna use it for my Forerunner's transmission oil job. I just haven't got around doing it. So let's just go through this real quick. It's a simple thing. It's a pressurized jug, which it works with the air compressor. You basically, if you want to extract, what it does, it creates a vacuum into the jug, and it extracts the oil. If you want to dispense, it pressurizes the jug and it pushes the oil out. And it comes with all these little small fittings right here, as you can see. Different fittings for different cars. Most of them it says ATF, 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 ATF. And it comes with like a bunch of hoses. It comes with 3 different size hoses right here. And it comes with an extraction hose. This is to extract oil that has like a little valve on it. So I'm not going to use that today. I am going to use the oil dispenser part because I need to put oil into the transmission. So let me set this up, and I'm going to show you guys how to set it up and be right back. All right, so the first thing you want to do, you want to put this little hose fitting here. You push this down, you push it in. It's supposed to snap into place like so. Now this has a sticker that says dispense and I think it has a valve. Oh yeah, so it has a valve, so we're gonna put this back. So dispense, you want the valve, you want this valve all the way open. So this valve needs to be all the way open, and if you want to extract, you push it all the way in. And we're gonna hook up the air hose to this, and we're gonna see this pressure go up first. I'm not gonna put any fluid in there. We're just gonna make sure the pressure holds and all that stuff before I put any oil in here. So let's hook up the air hose. All right. So it also has a valve here. If you can see, that's to turn it on and off. So we're gonna turn this on. I wonder. Okay, so the air's coming through. So it needs to be down to dispense. Interesting. So if I close this, I wonder if it builds up pressure. Okay. So here's what I just realized. When I have it in this position, when I have this closed, when I push the level in, I feel air coming out from here. Okay? So this is now it's pushing air. Okay? Now if I put this down and if I open this, I wonder. Yep, I feel the vacuum. I feel it sucking air. All right, guys. So I was kind of mistaken about the connections and all that stuff. So the hose that was in the back is actually for the disbursement, because this is, it has this valve part right here. This is where you could turn it on and off, and this is where the attachments kind of get connected to this quick fit. The other hoses that I was showing you, that's for the extraction part. So you kind of stick that through the dipstick into the engine to extract oil or anything else that you want to do. So this, you see how it has a hook? Let me show you guys how this is gonna work. So you see that fill plug right there? This will sit like that. And we're gonna connect the air hose to this, and we're gonna try this out. All right, so I built up pressure in there. I am going to release this valve in here. And as you can see, the oil's kind of doing its thing. It's going up. And I am going to position this like so. So if there's any oil coming out, it should just drip back into the pan. So you want to slowly add pressure to it. I want to see the gauge. The gauge doesn't really move that much. Moves a little bit. So we want to be in the blue zone within 1 or 2. Alright guys, so the oil is in. I took it out, put it there, put the seal back, and this concludes the job of doing the transmission oil. Easy as that, guys. 10 minutes and it should be done. I would say like actually 20 minutes. The oil is pretty thick, so you know it takes a while for it to go in. But you know, I highly recommend this thing. If you don't have one, definitely get one. It's awesome to use. It's easy to use, and you should actually be able to do a bunch of different oil changes with it. So. If you like this episode, we did front differential, rear differential, and transmission. The transfer case I'm not going to do. I will do that later. So that'll be another episode. So until then, don't forget to subscribe, guys, and hit that like button. Peace out.